I wrote a comment on Berlin Fresh post, a post made by Berlin Fresh, I think in Germany. So that she was, she's a journalist. She's talking about how much driver's license cost in Germany, which ranges from 2,500 to 3,500 or $4,000 US dollars. Okay, and I said that it is absurd for people to pay that amount of money just for driver's license. It's technically too much. And I've got a reply from that comment, a lot of people replying on that comment, that what is absurd about it, that there's nothing absurd about it, that why would it be absurd if a country is caring for its safety and road safety and all of that. But that is not the meaning of that comment. I'm not talking about people giving priority for the road safety. The cost of driver's license does not determine the safetiness of the road. I don't know, this is common sense. People are supposed to understand this. It does not mean that if you make the price more higher or more costly for people to afford means that it will be more quality people that will be driving on the road. That is bullshit. That doesn't make any sense. Now, see, Germany has a landmass of 385 or 385 or 53,000 square kilometers. This is 385 times more than, I think, 357,000 square kilometers, 357.022. This is 385 times more than the square kilometer, the landmass of Singapore. Singapore is just 720 something, around 750 square kilometers. So, but the average cost of driver's license in Singapore is just around $3,000 to $4,000. 3,000 Singapore dollars. That is just around 2,000 plus US dollars, $2,000 or so. So now it's still considered very much much more cheaper in Singapore to compare with Germany. Now, if Singapore makes their driver's license to be more costly, we will understand, because their landmass is very small. Their country is very, very small, even smaller than the States. It's just 750 kilometers square feet, square kilometers or what. That is very, very small country. So if they make things like that, the cost of purchasing a car, the driver's license and the licensing and everything to be more costly, we understand that they are making it to reduce the amount of cars on the road. It doesn't have anything to do with the safetiness on the road, the quality, amount of quality drivers on the road. No. In Malaysia, there are very rare, actually in every country, there are very rare, especially in Malaysia, there are very rare cases of fatal accidents on the road that relates to not having a license. Anybody can afford to pay for that license, even if it's very expensive, and still have an accident on the road. So it does not determine. Actually, most times people that have accidents on the road are people that have the complete requirements that they need to run on the road, to drive on the road. So do not connect the costliness of a driver's license to the safetiness of the road. It does not make sense. They don't have any relationship. Those are two different things. So what I'm trying to say is that Germany is a very big country with 357,022 square kilometers. It is a very big country, which means they do not need to make the driver's license to be too expensive for the average people to afford. How much is the minimum wage in Germany? It's around 1,800 euros. So which is about 2 times, or at least lesser, which is even lesser, much more lesser than the cost of driver's license. So if you are earning a minimum wage in Germany, if you work for a month, your whole month's salary is still not enough to get a driver's license, which is very, very terrible. So that is my meaning on that video. It's not about the safety. It doesn't have anything to do with safety. It's all about the costliness of the driver's license. The difficulty of getting it is a different case. That's not my meaning. I mean, you can make it more difficult to make sure that when people pass it, means they were really attentive. But the cost of it is the problem. That's what I'm talking about. The cost of it is too much.